Mikey, if you had to choose between Ray Allen and Klay Thompson, who would you pick?
Oh, I'm going vintage Ray.
Vintage Ray. Why Ray?
Vintage Ray. He was different when he was with Milwaukee and the Sonics. Just his game was crazy. Off the dribble, dunking everybody, and then he was still shooting threes. I don't know. That's a tough guard to me. Like one of the toughest guards ever.
Well, you know, there's a lot of debate going around with Klay not making the top 75, but then I don't think you're too mad at that after that explanation. But we're going to leave that at that. Let's move on now, Carlo. Who we got next?
Kuya Ryan, please note that there is a wrong answer and a right answer with this one. Nikola Jokic or Dirk Nowitzki?
Ooh, I'm going to go with Dirk.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Good choice. I like that one.
All right, why Dirk, especially when you got a guy like Nikola who's always a MVP contender these days?
Yeah, he was like maybe one of the first stretch fours in the league, and just his fadeaway with the one leg up, and he couldn't stop that. And he was a dog.
Yeah, I get you. And I don't know, Carlo, you happy? You happy with that
Of
pick
course,
and that
of course.
comparison?
I trusted that Ryan Reyes would answer correctly in that.
All right. Okay, so now we move on to another guard matchup here. Actually, the original matchup for a lot of people would have been Steph Curry versus Trae Young, but then because the answer would probably be obvious, we pick Steph over Trae. We kind of downgraded a little bit, just by a little, and we take a look at this. So, Mikey, pick between Damian Lillard and Trae Young.
I'm going Dame time. His body of work, what he's done every single season is immaculate. Just what he's done to the game, how they call him Logo Lillard. He's that name for a reason, and he's just an absolute killer, of course.
Well, of course, when you got Damian Lillard's body of work, but where do you think Trae's ceiling's at?
Oh, it's sky's the limit. I mean, he's getting there. A couple more seasons and he'll be right where he really needs to be. But he still has I feel like he has a lot more body of work to do. But he's definitely making a real household name for himself this early in his career.
Absolutely.
Now moving on to two freaks of nature. Of course, we're talking about a couple of MVPs in Giannis Antetokounmpo and Shaquille O'Neal. If you were to start a franchise, both players in their primes, would you go Diesel or would you go Giannis, Kuya Rai?
Man, yeah, that's a tough one because I'm a
tough.
Laker fan.
Oh, that makes it easy then.
Yeah, but Giannis is just a different breed now, man. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Shaq, the Diesel.
Yeah, you got to go with Shaq there. That's tough, Carlo.
I just have one question to Ryan. Now, Kuya Rai, do you think that Shaquille gets a little bit on the raw end of the deal when we talk about all-time greats in terms of centers? Because you talk about your Kareem Abdul-Jabbars, of course, your Bill Russells, your Wilts. But, Shaquille, do you think he's getting the respect that he deserves?
I think so. Because he's great. He's all is he all? No, I'm not sure, but he's gonna be there if ever. I think he's one of the greats in the center, for sure. Just the way he was, especially in his era.
Yeah, and you got to deal with preferences as well, what type of center you want. And I think it's easy to say that he was the most dominant one back in the 90s for sure. Now, moving on to Mikey, we actually wanted to find someone to match up with Kobe, but then we couldn't figure out just one guy, right? So we're going to try and put together the combined ceilings of Jason Tatum and Devin Booker against Kobe Bryant. I mean, is there anyone that comes close to the bean, in your opinion, especially even if you put these two together?
Well, I'm biased. I'm a Lakers fan too, so and a big Kobe fan. So I feel like there's nobody that's gonna be able to simulate what he's brought to the game. Just his tenacity, just his mentality. It's something different that nobody's seen. I mean, but Jason Tatum and Devin Booker are coming into their own as well, and they're not that far behind, but Kobe's always just going to be Kobe, in my opinion.
wrapping things up in our generational discussions. We saw these two guys on the same floor just a few days ago. I'm sure Paolo was very happy to see them play. We have our two kabayans. You have Jalen Green and Jordan Clarkson. Kuya Ryan, we know what Jordan Clarkson can do, but do you think that Jalen Green will have a higher ceiling, higher possibilities for him in his rookie season?
I think so, man. That kid is unbelievable, and his athleticism is, man, tremendous. But being his first year, you can see already his confidence in the game and how he picks things up fast. Like Mikey says, his ceiling is going to be, it's up there compared to these other greats, and I believe his future is going to be nice.